Vayam, 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 vayam. I like my setup. It's clean. It's looking a lot cleaner than it ever did. You know, even in what some see as old and, and put together, still there's a few things I don't like what I see, but it is as so. We don't see beneath the floor, right? What's holding up the floor? What is beneath the ocean? Is it the earth? Or is it just a void, empty space? I don't have the answers to all these questions, or just some of the questions. I don't know if the sun is this or that, and I don't know if planets are real and if the earth is round or flat or what the size is. But if I look at the experts and listen to them, if they say the earth is 7,920 kilometers round, I take a look. Oh, it's 22:44 on the time clock. So, what is the diameter of the earth? 7,920. So it's 7,926. If I want to make a round number, I'll put 260, or instead of 26, I'll put 20. 9 by 9 by 9 is 81,729. Same three numbers with the zero. The zero's occupation of an area space. What can make a zero? A 1 and 9 makes a zero. It's a 10. 0, it's a 10. A 3 and 7 makes a 0, and it's an air sign, and it's a 10. A 4 and 6 makes a 10. Now, why do I say this? It's two digits to create it. The O letter is to this side and to this side. To this side and to this side, here angled, and here angled. The area space to create what is around what is nothing, that is all. And the zero, as what I note lately, is there's a hole in the center, just like the donut. Now check this out. I got two hands. Look at that. There's now a hole in the center. So imagine if this is the earth and this is the ocean. Look at that. The ocean, look, you can go right through there, like onto the earth. You know what I'm saying? Here's your passage. So I do basic things like that, right? I look at geometric shapes. A geometric shape, right? So at what point, right, it's like this, right? When it's sitting on the table, it's like this, that angle, this angle. But if you take a look, when this side is straight, it's like this. And it's the way a bridge is made, right? It's the way the bridge is made. So, but sitting, when we work with it at school, and I really don't know too much about this. I'd like to learn a little bit more about this. What I do know about, I know about these. These are rulers. They're 12 inches. Now, my thing about 12 inches is this. Here's my problem with 12 inches. All right, there's a bunch of questions I can ask with this. "12 inch, funny, 12 inch, 12 o'clock, right? 6 inch, right? It could be 12 o'clock or it could be 6 o'clock. Isn't that pretty ironic? The thing is about the zodiac, you have 12. Is it 6 and 6, 12? That would be pretty fair, you know? Imagine if the 6 would shake the hand of the 6. That connection would be that seventh gate between 6 and 6, an overlapping of 6 and 6. So, but what if it was 6 feet? That would be 72 inches. And what is 72 inches? It's 2 yards. Not enough. We need 3 yards minimum. 1 between 2 equals to 3, the law of the reality. It is also what is 12 would become what is the 2/3, and what is the 6 would be the 1/3 of what is 18, which would be 33. Whoop, let's turn that around. So for those who are here for the first time, okay, I'm going to continue on. My question is like this. Each cube has 6 sides. When I'm looking at 12 inches, should I assume that they brought 6 and 6 together within this one ruler? The beginning and the end, the first 6 and the last 6. Why did we have 12? Why didn't we just stop at 6? Why did we need 12? And is 12 even enough? What will we do with it? And why did we create a metric to this? Is it so the motor can run into the transmission, into the differential, so that the tires can go round and round? So I asked myself those questions. And why did they call it the centimeter? C-E-N-T, centimeter, right? So the centimeter, the one that was cent, or is it the centipede, the sentient? You know, when you say penny in French, you will say a cent, right? And it's copper. Should be, could be, looks like it, but that's where it comes from. So now I'm looking at copper. So Cu is what is copper. That's 33, or what is 321, right? Very close to what is ABC. Why is it 321? Because the U is the 21st letter and the C is the 3rd letter. And the reverse of this is 246 or 24/6. Ironic, right? Is that the C is 3, the U is 21, 321. The reverse of U is 6. The reverse of C is 24. We have 246. 2 and 4 equals to what is 6. 1 and 2 equals to what is 3. For what is copper, Cu. Maybe see you later, alligator. We have to put that in there because all these terms that we use, so it would be Cu lator, all I gator. So the gator, the tor, the torus, the GA assembly, okay? The GA assembly representing silver. And it runs into and is singularity in duality. So let me show you, because the 1 is everywhere. The 7 is what connects 66. So let me show you. Okay, you talk too much. Yes, 1, 2, 7, and 8, right? 1, 2, 7, and 8. We play this between 2 and 6 and 5 and 1 for 77. So what just happened here? Besides just fooling around just a little bit, the cent, the sentient, the centimeter, right? Well, we all know the centimeter extended from the inch, and we started with the 12 inches. So what happens? The GA comes into the silver. The 1, 2, 7, and 8 are in singularity. It is one between two that creates three. Okay, one between two creates three. These are singularity. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 create what is the association of 7 and 8. The 7 is the void in the second house. The 8 is the void in the first house. They come together by this association. The highest of the dice is 1. And when you split that in half to a fine line, it is half and half. The center of this cube is 7, right? The extension of the cube is 7. It meets at 3.5 on 3 points, 3 opposite sides, 105. The extension of each cube is what is 1 and 7, but the 7 is the fine line of 1. You see the 2, 4, 6 on this side? You see the 1, 3, 5 on this side? The center of the alphabet is between 13 and 14. Or what is 1, 3, 5? The division between the upper and lower area space, ABC 1, 2, 3, equals to 6. Plus 4 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. The corridor is between what is 60 and 100%. A goes in through B and creates C, all of C. C is actually a notation to be what is also the letter O, 15. Many reasons. One of the reasons is the average area space on this cube is, and using this here. When you add all these numbers up, it equals to 45. When you divide it by 9, it equals to 5. "45 divided by 9 equals 5. Therefore, every dot on this cube equals to 5. There are 21 times 5 equals to 105. 3 times the reverse of this cube, right, at 3.5 is 105. When you have 3 of these cubes, right, when you have 3 of these cubes, the minimum you will have is 111. The maximum is 666, which is 3, okay, and 18. When you minus 7 and you add 7, as you can see, 7 is the opposite, so 7 brings them together. Here, you get 10. Here, you get 11, and it splits right over here. The low side is up to 10. The high side is a reflection, and it starts at 11 through 18 equals to 29, when the low side equals to 13, the second cycling of the moon of 1 through 28 in the menstrual cycle. And here is what is JC. A, B, C, D equals to all of what is 10. A and B equals to all of what is 3. 103 like for JC, also for Mercury, also for September, the bar mitzvah. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3, and 4 is 7. It creates what is the AC to the DC. 11, 11, 11 is what is 13, 31. It also says Allah, 7. This number 29, it's found in Monopoly, right, at Waterworks. In order to reach 11, you had to have 2. You could not have 1. 1 can only reach 10. There's only 9 numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But the occupation of 0, the area space, creates what is a section of 10. Number 11 appears, if you speak French, number 11 appears at 71 and at 91. But at 91, it appears in four houses because when they say 91, they say 4 times 20 and 11. 91. When they say 71, they say 60 and 11. 71, and they say ET. So what can ET be? ET can be like DNA. French and is ET. The first 1 times 5 equals E, 4 times 5 equals T. You remember what I just showed you? The average in numbers. So how things talk about each other a little differently. I don't have the answer yet. I'm not really clear on things right now on how to explain it, right? But you're going to see that the Aztec, or is it the Sumerians? I'm not really sure what period of time. Sometimes I don't say I'm in the, like, I'll be in the wrong culture or something. I don't know. Okay, I know it's the Tzolk'in calendar. It's 260 days, but it's not just 260 days, right? Right, of 260 days. I see it like this. I see it 20 times 5 equals to 100. And then I see another 20 times 5 equals to 100. And then I see 12 times 5 equals to 60. And then I see 260 days. Why won't I go higher than 20? Because at 21, you start over again, the encompassment. And that 21, you start by the association of Mars in the house. Mars 22 master number, Earth 11 and 33, Mars 22, 44. Where do I get this from? Eventually, you'll see I've been here for 20 years. I'm not sure. I have to come out with an instruction booklet on how to understand how I speak, where I'm directing myself at the point. Hopefully, I do not change the direction that I am going. You know, like sometimes I'll talk about one thing and I'll be in some other space. I do that a lot. How are you, Lisa? I can see the whole line of likes. You know, it's a little different tonight. I can see stuff. I can see the stuff. Let's see. I have not looked back at if there were any comments. If you do comment, I don't know, do something about it, scream or yell so I can see it, because I'm like in my own little world when I'm digging, you know, and I can't see outside when I'm looking inside, you know. I don't even know how this stuff works. I didn't plan to be doing what I was doing today 20 years ago when this whole thing began. And I had the question for many years. I had the same question for many years. Who is this invisible God? How is everybody praying? And what is it the seventh day? Do you know that the seventh day is a fine line, right? There is, according to this, the seventh day is the connection between 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. So if I had to pick 1 and 6, right, would I be picking the first day that man arrived? Or would I be picking day 1 as a Saturday, or day 1 is it the Sunday? Is it because once we completed the week on the day of rest that I should count Sunday as day 1? And since 1 and 7 touch together, the thing about this is that it's really cool. In French, they say Sunday as dimanche. But when they say Saturday, they go samedi. So you can go samdimanche. You can go like right into the word and take that out. The D and the I is this one over here, right? Guess what? These are the DIs. Same finger. Fourth one, ninth from the other side. 4 and 9 is 13. Masculine. Bar mitzvah. The AC from the DC, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. 3 and 4, 7. So if they say you can't create a prime number, I just did. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. I got a prime number. You want number 13? 1 times 6, 1 plus 6. 6 and 7 is 13. Bring on the soul in the waters, in the house of Abraham. Not by my choice that I choose these words, but it was my basic learning that taught me that the word Abraham is 44, that the word Isaac is 33, that Ishmael is 67, which is what is the cap, okay, of what is the completion of 6 and 4 making it earth and water, 7 and 3 making it air, right? 6 and 4 in the spirit is 76, right? You have connect the 7. Okay, it's always connecting that air. They even do it with Gimel and Gamma and the Greeks. They use that sound, they use that vibration of the G, right? And the G itself, its design is just like in this day and age. Because I mean, what was yesterday, okay, will always remain what is yesterday. But as time went on, oh look, I have a purse. Oh, what does it look like? It's still a purse. The letter A is still the letter A. Okay, did the letter A's vibration change? Did Aleph change? The only thing I know that when you do talk about change, we're going to talk about 99, because after that it's a dollar. It's not change anymore. It's only change up to 99. And you can say different. ET is like DNA, French to English. On Genesis, right? When they brought land, animal, and man, right? The land animal, according to Rabbi Fine, he says the animal is the soul. Well, that means the L letter for land animal is the 12th letter, right? That's for the Bat's Mitzvah. And that happens at the age of 12. And when you count 1 to 12, you get that 78 again, the silver cord connect. When you write the letter 12, you get 87. Look at that, the same thing. 7 times 8, 7 plus 8 is 56, and 15 equals to 71. So we had the 7 times 8, 7 plus 8 is 15, and 56 is 71 again. So we come right back to the revolving area gates. Now, if we have 41, we go backwards to 1, because this is a rotation of 40. We have Venus at 81. We have 1111. This runs into the game of cribbage. Over here, they end the game at 121, but it's 120 and 1 to end the game. This is 40 plus 1, the game of Monopoly. This is where Go is. Go is 1 and 41. The minus and the plus of this situation over here, through the silver cord gates, through the constellations of 88. I'm going to show you this. Remember, 17 is Q. What is ABCD? What is ABCD? What is ABCD equates to 1, 2, 3, 4? Reverse alphabet is the Q, 17, J, 10, Capricorn, Leo. Capricorn and Leo. The Aztec or the Sumerians or the Tzolk'ins, they work by 5/10s. It's all over the sunstone. Where do I get the 5 out of this one? When you go around the zodiac 12, there's 5 left over. 17 is in Leo, the silver cord. Leo also is part of the ocean. That when you make that circle or 0, part of the ocean, it runs through it. Everything runs through it. I'm going to show you how that works off the calculator. What is this one over here, 31? Go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. And then when you get to jail, it becomes what? This is also go to jail. Go directly to jail. This one is also go to jail. Go directly to jail. 111 is the heart of 666. And this is also the same thing. And this is your 432 vibration. Here, 37, 37, 37, or what is 16 as a cardinal sign, call it Cancer. 21 as a mutable sign, and call it Sagittarius. 17 we're going to call it Leo, and 20 for 37, let's call that Scorpio. And then we'll go to 18, which is Virgo, connecting to 19, which is Libra, 37. And that creates the heart. It's also orangutan. Matter and energy, Jesus Christ, 151, 74 and 77. G and D, 74. GG, 77, 151. This is the reality I work with. Is it the 6-inch ruler back to the beginning? And how about this? 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. The hexahedron, 216. What is 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6 is 720, a hexahedron, and an assembly in this cube. You add it, it's 21, equaling to 741. 741 for the months of 7, for the months of 4 of 30 days, for the month of February. 7 times, this is the ironic thing, right? Remember we said what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do, right? 7 months of 31 days. So if I did 7 months of 31 days, right? 7 months of 31 days. So that's going to be 217. If I did that in minutes, it'd be 3 hours and 37 minutes. Now, if I looked at that in days, right, it would be day 1 of the 13th moon. So in both situations, the 7 and the 13 both talk about the masculine. I haven't shut up yet, eh? See this down at the bottom? You can see the ace letter, ACE, ace, 135. 13.5 is the heart of 260. It's 1111. 13.5 is the heart of 260. It's the heart of the alphabet. 135 spells ace. For the word S-U-N, sun, S1, U3, N5. N is the 14th letter. 1 and 4 is 5. U is the 21st letter. It is what is first is last. Is first is 1 and last 21st? Or is it first again? And it is not only first, but it moves over into the bronze position as being 2 and 1 equals to 3. Isn't that when we begin? So it ends at 20th. So either you have 1 over to 20, or it's 2 over to 21. You can't hold both ends. So you have a 0 position. It's still an area space, but it's unoccupied by a value. So you can put a 0 in that space. The same thing is when you're multiplying and you're carrying down a 0, and then you're multiplying the next one, you're carrying down a 0, 1, 0, 2, 0. How many zeros can there be? According to this, right, there's only 6 sides. And the 6th side is the reverse of every other side. And we can only use 5 sides because we plug it in. So only 5 are open. How does that light work? What if I had more light or less light? Is that better? Would I go out of the picture more or less? How would I look if it came in this way? How would I look? This is my digital ID. I'm going to get a glass of water if anybody wants to ask any questions. I didn't actually complete this. I do want to show it. Is that what it is A, B, C, D, okay, is completion. When you have two, okay, you can only have these two, or do you need them both? Here are your four corners. There's four corners, the odd numbers, and then there's 2, 4, 6, 8. They're not on the same. It's like sewing. You know, sewing, you put one over the other. They're not on the same, whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. That's number one. The other thing, 1 and 2, and that's all there is. There's either 2 this way or 2 this way. 1 is inside of 2 and creates what is C. So you begin of all of what is A, B, C, D. A and D5, B and C5, and you start at 55. Liberty 55. And you know what's ironic? That when you add up 1 to 5, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 5 is 15. The letter O shows up on 5. So when you look at the association 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you end up with 15. And that is the letter O. And the extremity is AE with 432 in between, or equivalent to what is 1440 or 144 times 3 equals to 4320, healing vibration. 2 fire signs, right, encompass Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. Or Gemini is the one is rotating between 3 and 2, communication, 5, and 3 and 4, 7, the DC gates. So these DC gates would be, yeah, I gotta be quiet for a minute here. Where are these DC gates? Oh, I lost them. Okay, here. But I'm going to take a break for a minute. If anybody wants to come up or ask me something, show me something. I sometimes, or many times, or quite often, I think I learn something new every single day. That's for sure. I learn from others when others. I like the zodiac, and I like when others bring up, oh, this star and that star, they match together, or maybe there's a distance between stars, or maybe there's an angle between stars, so we can look at that. And what is this? What is this? Yeah, we talked about 87, right, for being the soul hookup. So this is what I'm going to do. Because I usually can draw anything I talk about, you can find online, any social media or whatever it is, those search engines, and I design it so I can show you what I'm talking about, or I can explain it. The equipment I use, the equipment I use is a calculator, a dice cube, the alphabet. The ATM machine is not like the dice cube. It's not the same thing. You see, they got the Q right over here, and usually on the phone, the Q is here, and the Z is here. And the Q is the 17th letter, 1 and 7, 8, silver cord on 7. And the Z, 2 and 6, is over here. But they moved it over here, and 2 and 6 is 8, and 1 and 7 is 8. They moved it here. You got 88 for the 88 constellations? Perhaps. At the same time, you have a total of 43, and that's DC coming into the first position. And not knowing and knowing that this position could be played in other positions as well. So I'm questioning some realities of this. Anyways, yeah. So that's number 43. So yeah, I just put up that screen in the back tonight. How's everybody doing? So what is REM fam REM? Is that yeah, REM very important. First of all, REM backwards is the ocean, right? Revolutions per minute, that's RPM. What so continue. M is 1000. So you can go like the combinations of REM and Scrabble would be RE, RM, EM. So you would associate that, and in ME, right? In ME, you get 135. And not only that, in the word COME, right, you get a palindrome of what is 315135. So inside this word, it's 315135. 3 holding to 2 and 4 at the gate. 3 is running at the 7th gate. The actuality of 7 is 313 to create 7, where that 1 would be the Wednesday. So I'm going to design you this door. I'm going to go to the kitchen, get a piece of bread or something, drink or something. If anybody, oh, rapid eye movement. Okay. And it reacts to the light, right? Yeah, the light particles. Since the beginning of the project 20 odd years ago, I've always seen the eye socket as a very huge, like something that's huge to the whole setup. One of the things is, first of all, the end date of the cube, okay, which has been announced in many, many, many places. I believe it's the end date of the cube. And then again, it has to be spoken about. When you have 3 cubes, you have 666 times 3 is 1998. Now, what is the basis of creation? It is ABCD, which is reverted, okay, into when you connect the oceans at 5, okay, you end up with what is I, 9, H8 is 17, G7, which is 24, and then you end up with 6F, and that's 30. 30 plus 1998 equals to what is 2028, and that is the end cycle. You have to take into account that when you start to shut the door, when you start to put the brakes, the emptying of the moon, the analog moon running in the digital sphere, it only can handle so much. What was the reason for it in this game? Is it to create a streaming of information or a backlog, keeping people occupied with too much information, and backlogging other information that they've put behind them, that even though it's coming in, us ourselves have chosen to put this information behind us within our thoughts. This is within the game we play. I also like to look at the air sign as one of the most important signs when you're up in an airplane. According to the stewardesses and stewardess or whatever you want to call it, they tell you that if the air mask drops, to save yourself first. Gimel was here before the letter C for the child, before the letter C, alpha, beta. Save yourself first. Save alpha. Save alpha with the air. Why do you save alpha with the air? For the fire. So now the 3-7 connects back to 1, the fire. So now you have 3-7-1, 1-3-7. The 7 is not the same. I still said I had to take that break, right? The 7 I want to go over, maybe we can go over these cards, you know, we can talk about these cards, the vibration, and why the 7 is not the same. One of the things about the 7, it's an odd number and it doesn't have a heart position, right? It's an odd number without a heart position. You see the 5, it's got a heart position. And all these heart positions, right, can be split that way and that way. They can be split into 4. These cannot, unless it depends how you split your card up. Right? See the half? It'll be showing up more often than not, that everything meets at the halfway point. One other thing before the 5-minute break, an area space, right? An area space of 1, right? But what is that area space? Does it start here or here? Does it start here or here? You see, I took out my compass. I drew a dot over there. Is it just a dot? That's the area space? Or was it the encompassment of here and here or here and here? Irrelevant to that fact. Okay, let me, all right, irrelevant to that fact. I'm just going to do this. Whoop. We use this system. We use this 9 system. Now, if coming from this side over to this side was one area space, what would you give that area space? 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. In fact, 19 and 18, okay, equals to 37. That equals to 10 and equals to 1. And 17, right, and 20 equals to 37. And the entire numbers of 36 will do the same thing. Just throwing things out to look at. Why everything's going to look like ones, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the movement of 1. The movement of 1, okay, is the movement of 3, 4, 3. It's also noted to be the higher side of the 3, 4, 3 because there's a half decimal point is going to be 4, 3, 4. Right? 1 between 2 creates 3. Remember that 3 and 4 are bridging together. 3, 4 bridge together. 3, 4 bridge together, minus it is 1. 7, 6 bridge together, minus it, it's 1. 5, 8 bridge together, minus it, it's 3. 2, 5 bridge together, minus it, it's 3. 9, 4 bridge together, 9 minus 4 is 5. And 1 minus 6 is 5. And this entire thing is 1, 1, 3, 3, 5, 5. Now you got some of the numbers out there. I can do it again if you ask me, if you can remember, if you bring it back in another video, if you bring it up any day and time, show me it, I'll repeat it. Why can I remember it? Because it's just a pattern. It always remains the same. Stories are always the same. This is area space. The other thing is that 777, 777, if you multiply it or add it, this equals to 343. This equals to 21. The total is 364, equivalent to 13 by 28 cycles or 13 moons. Thank you, John. What's up this evening? What's up this evening? It is plain, ordinary reality. I just talk about, I'm not looking to sell anything. I'm not telling you if the earth is flat or round. I am making you aware of what I see. It may mean nothing to nobody, but it is the reality that we live in if you'd like to see more. The basis of what we can do, all of us, when I come out with this instruction booklet that we can all see the basis and see if there's going to be how can the participation in order to put a game or a whatever you want to call that. I wish I can get my English proper. Maybe I'll get someone to talk for me. Yes, so that we can understand the alphabet. Once we understand the alphabet, we'll be able to interpret the words a little bit different. Like at this point in general, we can go back to any period of time in history. If it was in a book, I can interpret, we can interpret, okay, names that they used. We can interpret times, periods of time, and all of this is because, okay, it's at this point is because it's dictated from the numbers themselves, right? What happens if I have 2 1s? What happens if I have 3 1s? What happens if I have 4 1s? And after that, boom, the center. There's only 4. The sock is here and the sock is here. There's just this 4 area space and this 4 area space. And then there's the understanding how to use the dynamics. One of the dynamics is use only the center, and there are 4 crossings. Now, only use 3 crossings. 4 was the backboard. Now only use 3 crossings. Then use another 3 crossings. There are 4 different crossings. It's based like this. ABCD is broken down to ABC, ABD, ACD, BCD. I'll repeat it. ABCD is broken down to ABC, ABD, ACD, BCD. And BCD from ABC, and ABC is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 is 6, and BCD is 9. And in rotation of the heart of ABC, D, okay, is what is 3 times 3, 9 to birth. 3 plus 3 for 6. And in rotation we go. So it's pretty cool that you can, I like that, like here's the 9, right? And then we can, here's the 6, and now it looks like a percentage sign, right? And what we can also do is do that. And you can see it's the hexagon reality because we got 3 breaking lines. You follow what I'm saying? This is going to be the hexagon because we have the 3, no, let me use something else, a different color. Yeah. So we have the 1 line, the 2 lines, and the 3 lines, so you can see that star. So then I can do this and this. What was it? And oh yes, this and this, and we can. Then we can put another one here, 1 dot here, 1 dot here, and there you have your. And there you have your 69 looking like an 8 inside the house. Yeah, so let's just get rid of that, right? Yeah, I said I'm taking a break, didn't I, eh? Hey, I did. So let me see. Yeah, we sort of like, you see that? The 3, 4, 3 I was talking about is here. You have a 3, you have a 3, and then you have a 4. And we can even yeah, where did that go? Four, 3, 3, 4. For the cardinal, the mutable, and the fixed. For the elements. So what do we do for all the elements? And let's not forget what's at the core. We have 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, and 1 in the center, 6. Is that all I'm supposed to have? I want to see, did I do this right? I have to check whether or not I was supposed to have something down here. I'm not finished this. Yeah, we're going to take a few minutes. So, yeah, we're going to do this after. I'm going to show you this, how this connects, this 88 from the Vatican. Italy, right? Italy, the IT, the AL, alchemy for the Capricorn flux capacitor. I kid you not, ABCD is 10. That's the completion of the lower house. That's where it all begins after the death before the Christ. 55, 7 times 6, 7 plus 6, 1342 again, A, B, C, D. You add it, it equals to 55. You subtract it, it equals to 29. And on the 29th day, it was the beginning of the second moon. Earth and Mars in association, humbly.
Gambling, geography, time cycles, weight and measurement conversions, and the illusion of Las Vegas is the central machine of controlled numbers. It envisions the collapse of the casino's first stop. The sun will shine. Wheels stop spinning and the dice won't roll. No more hands dealt, no cards to fold. From Reno's peaks to Henderson's glow, the lights fade out, the rivers flow. No more tribulation, no more chains, no more numbers running through our veins. From Pegasus high to Andromeda's call, freedom rises, the laughter of all. Capricorn climbs, Aquarius dreams, Pisces drifts through neon streams. Leo roars, the lion's might, Aries holds the ram in flight. A pound to a gram, a mile to a meter, time flips backwards, Celsius gets deeper, ounces to liters, Fahrenheit burns, everything shifts as the numbers turn. Breaking the ring up in 6 where do they lie, where longitude meets the desert sky. The ring of Vegas, honey fake buzz, no real time, just numbers because. No more tribulation, no more chains, no more numbers running through our veins. The house goes dark, the beggar runs dry, freedom shines where the numbers die. No more tribulation, no more chains, no more numbers running through our veins. The house goes dark, the beggar runs dry, freedom shines where the numbers die. No clocks in Vegas, time is a game. 51 states, but here it's the same. Revolving doors, no sun, no way. If Vegas stops, what will it say? The 4 on the floor, the engine stalls. Ounces to grams, no measure at all. Cooking flames without degrees. Blackjack flips, the system frees. Under Orion, the game once stood, tied to fate, misunderstood. Venus weeps, Mars holds strong, Jupiter echoes a gambler's song. No more numbers, no more spin, a new dawn comes, let peace begin. The sun sighs a wave, sorry my friend, Vegas is fallen, the game has its end. What this song now includes astrology and mythology, zodiac signs, guide rays, Pluto reclaims its crown, Andromeda and Pegasus lead escape. Numerology and geography, 17 to an 86 locations tied into meaning, breaking longitude control. Gambling, sports, blackjack, craps, roulette, Vegas odds, all stopping. Measurement, conversions, pounds, grams, Celsius, Fahrenheit, miles, minutes, all merging chaotically. Time and clocks, no clocks in Vegas, halted time. In Vegas stops, time realized. The end of the illusion. Fake buzz, the machine dies. Numbers no longer dictate reality. This song is now an anthem of breaking control through numbers shutting down.
Yeah, so how you doing? Just the two of us, it seems like, right? Just the two of us. Okay, so did I ever do the card thing and show you the cards? Because if it's just the two of us, I'm going to show you something. You may have seen it before. It's not a big deal. Nothing is. You know, on all the cards, right? They have the four corners. Except for the two. Except for the three. The ace, the two, and the three. The ace goes into the two, creates the three. Which one do I get rid of? Do I get rid of this one? Gone. Which one do I get rid of? Do I get rid of this one? Gone. Why did I get rid of the three? Because the five takes over. So you can see that the three has got the heart position, right? So does the five. Now, if you remember, I retained the two and the one create the three. It's a natural seven. You know, everybody says I go here, I go there, and I don't even like to get into that. Anyways, I'm a little close, eh? So, this is the way I see it. So I don't need the ace and I don't need the three. I have Earth, heart, Venus, and the power of Venus coming together. 5 times 2 equals to your 10. You know what this card does? These are my goodies. Five times 2 equals 10. 1 and 9 is 10. 1 and 6 is 7. That's it. It's over. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2. You connect everything. 2 times something. 2 times 6 is 12. Well, 5 times 12 is 6 to a single digit. Holds everything. Yes, holds everything. But we're not done. We're not done because we have we remember, you see, I don't know anything. I just know, I just have to know. I have questions to ask. I'm not sure of all the questions. I jump into a lot of groups. I need to see, like right now, I just saw, I saw something that said MEV. I think it was something MEV of 938 and 939. Okay. It had to do with the proton, the electron, and the neutron. And it just showed me that the electron is a 0.5. So what's amazing about 0.5 is there is no blockage with 0.5. So everything is, 5 goes into everything. There are 14 fives inside of 7. Um, there are six fives inside of three. Why? Because the triangle, an area space, when you have two triangles, it's inside one area space. So every single number of every single area space is either going to be that dot and nothing other than the pinpoint area space that you plant something to encompass the fence around what is one area space. Or do you give an area to the center of that, which is on square paper? So now we have these two. Now there's a change of plans. We had a change of plans. I don't really want to do it with this one. Whoa, cowboy, take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Leading up to wherever we go, wherever I take you, I take you on the same path I take myself. I'm here because I want to know if what I'm seeing is something that you might be seeing too. Or am I only seeing it? Am I the only one that sees what I see? Or is it really there? Is it really real? Are there all these matches and telling this story? Or am I just doing what the entire network does and pump themselves up to look like something they're not? I asked the question, let this channel be judged. Am I the one that created all of this? In some way, you can say yes, but not me. I'm not the creator of the dice cube. Not any of them. I didn't create nothing. The angle's 45 degrees. After that, you're giving and taking away the halfway area space. The 45-degree angle is like just perfect. It's like fair. It's like the 90 degrees. I love it. I love it. That's horizontal, your side and my side. Like above and below is vertical. Did I say that right? You can say the letter I. We can put the letter I in vertical. We can go I is vertical. And we have R is horizontal. And what else did we use there? Yes, and I is 9 or 90. R is 18 or 180, right? That would make 90 would be what is 1/3, okay, of 180, which would be 2/3 if everything was at 270. But 90, right, would be 1/4, and 180 would be 1/2 if everything was at 360, right? So you would be looking at what is 3 by 120 to 4 by 90 to what is 3 by 20 to what is 4 by 15. Now we've got quarters and we've got hockey over here because we have 20, and 20 works good, right? 20 works good. And why do we get the 2 minute penalty? Is it because of what? What was the count for the 2 minute penalty? Yes, when you add up 1 through 15, it equals to 120. That's one of the reasons. So we can put in magic squares and rotas sator, Leo ratus, rotas sator, tenet opera. We can do that. So what I do is I observe and I show you what is there. If there is any interest, what will it change in your life? Some people ask me that. I don't know. I can think of things like this, that if memory occupied water and you were 80% water and your conscience was free of something because it's replaced an empty space or an unknown space or a question that needed to be answered, and it was answered mathematically, that you couldn't deny that reality of what has been shared with each human being. ABC 1 2 3 is nothing of my creation, so therefore I am impartial to that reality, other than maybe a personal manipulation of the reality of what is in front of us, putting you down that path. Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to be as more direct because I want to know myself. You know, I want to know myself. And sometimes it's fun to be close and to be almost right, but still wrong. I Because the item, what I'm saying about that is, um, like, I could be wrong that the bar mitzvah has nothing to do with 13. And I could be wrong that the Bat's mitzvah has nothing to do with 12. And I could be wrong that 13 times 12 equals to 156. And I could be wrong that in 12 years there are 13 moons per year times 12 equaling to 156, which is also an equivalent to what the 26 letters of the alphabet are times 6, the hexagon, equaling to 120 and 36. $360, the Tzolk'in calendar fitting right in. 156. 13 by 12, 156. 1 and 5 is 6. Check this out. We can do this. Right? See that? See that? See that? See the train? So count the corner: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now count here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The same thing, right? Now take a look at these squares. The corners are 2 by 2. The properties are 1 by 2. If I say that, it is 11 to here, and then it's 11 to here, is 11 here and 11 here, and then here is 9 and here is 9. 99, 11, 11. So if you count corner to corner, okay, you have 11 areas. When you count only on the in between, you have 9. 11, 11, 121. Or how about 1 minute, 21 seconds is 81 seconds, is 9 by 9. They equate the same. So when you're counting here, since the corners, right, since the corners over here, there's 2 by 2 area spaces. So it takes 2, the outer rim. Okay, here I'm going to count the rims with you. The first one is a center dot. Around it is a rim. And around that is another rim. The rim that is in red and going over the orange, right, is what is 8 area spaces, just like Rubik's Cube, just like the calculator, the telephone, the ATM, etc. The next one is going to be 16. The next one is going to be 24. The next one is 32. And then the rim, that's where the properties are, is 40 and 48. That's right, 40 and 48 for the 88 going around the constellations. So when you count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's right, the center one here, the seventh one, that means this is 6. 6 to the red and 1 and 6. 616. It's a 13 by 13 board. It's the bar mitzvah board. 169, 168, going around 168 hours in a week, 6 by 28, 7 by 24. Okay, so we're gonna get on with the cards, right? Let me get on with the cards. I got a little carried away. I always do. It's Monday tonight, eh? So now, okay. Now I lost it in the pile. Oh, I got this one. Okay, that's good. Okay. Oh, where can I have put it? It's impossible. I just cut it. Whoop, was that it? Yeah. Is it here? No. Is it here? No. No. Oh, here it is. See, this is what happens next. See this card? right? You remember this card? Not this one. This one, right? Because the 5, center here, and the 4 corners. Get rid of the 5. That's your energy pack, right? The 5, 9 and 5. 9 times 5, 45, right? From the ocean. 45 gets the fox, gets all the numbers, gets the average inside of 9. The only difference is 4, right? The sun comes out and joins with the 9, right? And when you have 4, you have D. A, B, C, D. D equates to 500. So now we need these 2 cards. What other card comes out? Okay, the other card is this card here. I'm not sure how it cuts out. Okay, I'm not sure how it cuts out. Okay, so now I'm not sure if it really fits in. I'm not sure if it really fits in. Back to the 2. Irrelevant. So these are the only cards left over, but the reason really why they're the only cards left over is I don't use the 3. Why? Is inside the 9, okay, is already the ace position. Okay, here's the ace position, right? The queen stands on the pedestal between both sides of the jack, the one-eyed jack. The queen has all her eyes, 8. So the queen has all her eyes, 8. She runs with the number 2. Number 2 runs with number 8 for the cycles. Number 2 runs with the 2. It also runs with the 5. I have to recreate 7, 4, 1, 10, 13, 16. This is how the number base works. 3 by 16 is 48. 4 and 8 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 by 13 is 39. 3 and 9 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 by 10 is 30. 3 plus 0 is 3. And that is why I must do it. And now if we wanted to go to another level up, we can go another level up. The instruction booklet is right here. The cards. Let me finish with the cards. I don't need the 5. 5 is in the 9. I'm not going to use the 7 or the 6, right? And I'm not using the 7 or the 6. Where's that card again? Where's the card? Because of the 8. This is not the 8. Just give me a second. Oh, I was going good there, eh? Yes, because of the 8. Right? The 8 has 3 and 3. The 7 has 3 and 3. The 6 has 3 and 3, but nothing in the center. Right? 1 between 2 equals to 3, 78, the soul in the gateway. Now the soul is lying in the waters. Right? It's in the spirit of 76. It's at the 7th gate. It's stuck there. That's at the moon. Here's another 13. First we saw the 13 in Monopoly, and now it's bent. Instead of going straight across 13, we go here. Not to forget, remember, right? The singularity is in 1, 2, and 7 and 8. 1, 2, and 7 and 8, which are what is the void, okay, of the area space of 9, 1 and 8, 9, 7 and 2, 9. Now the uncalculable and understanding that 1 between 2 equals to 3. That when you have 1 and 8 and 2 and 7 and 4 and 5, 9, you talk about the singular moon and the duality moon, about the singularity of 1, 2, 7, and 8, and the duality of 3, 4, 5, and 6 running the corridor. Look at that shape it makes over here. Passing here at 3.5, and the upper side, right, passing at 6.5. And when you pass at 3.5, that's the heart of this cube. I need something to drink. I'm back in a second. Yes, sorry about that. last we were talking, is what it is the ace. Let's do it this way. And I'll get back to that. The ace plays a role. And the ace plays a role, right? Inside the 3 card, inside the 5 card, and inside the 9 card. C, E, I. So if you want to include the whole family, it's CLU, E, N, W, right? And then I and R. There's only 2 in this house. So if you were talking about Venus, would you not talk about the I and the R? There's only 2 in that family. Those at that area space is 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 equals to 18 or 180 and 90, creating your radius or your diameter, whatever you want to call that. What is that called? Let me look that up. Just give me a second. I'm thinking of something. I'm just trying to think what the subject was at that time. What time is it? It's 12:11, right? I want to see what time we're at. What I was thinking at this time. 1:29. The hour is 1:29. So I have to look at what I was thinking when I marked this up here. Okay, I marked. Wow, why am I not? Okay. Yes. CLU, NEW, I and R, right? The I and R. Okay, so that would be okay. And now, why did I say 3, 5, and 9? Okay, yes. Okay. So the ace is apparent in the 3, the 5, and the 9. Okay, like you see here, right? The CLU, the NEW, and the IR. Okay, can do it again, right? I'm just trying to see. So now we have the 2. Okay, is all alone. Oh no, sorry, the 2. Okay, the deuce, right? The deuce. Let's give it by its true name, right? The deuce. Okay, it's apparent in the 3 card, right? So the first 2 cards gets both ace and deuce, right? And then in the 3 card, there's no other like it other than the ace and deuce, right? That it fits to. Now the 4 card, right? The 4 card is different, right? Here's the 4. And the 4 card will get you that. And now the 5 card, right, will add that to it, right? The 6 card, we add that to it. The 7 card, right, we eliminate all that. We add that to it. The 8 card, it becomes that, right? Now what happens with the 9 card? See, this one here, this one here, this one here, and this one here disappear. One appears right here like that on this angle, adding a card here, a card here, a card here, and a card here, and putting a 5 in between the center of them all. And that's what happens inside the 9 card. It becomes a 5, 4, 9. And if you take a look at the card, 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down, 5, 4. The 9 card, the sun, the feminine. The ace card falls inside this. Is it sun up and sun down? The IT system, like in Italy, the alchemy of the IT system, right? And I said I was going to put this up, so I'm going to put it up now. Okay, so we did this. So we noticed, let me do this again. I have to do this again. So the 4 card, right? I didn't finish with that, is here. And like I said, from the 4 card, you create the 5. From the 4 card, you create the 6. So I added 1 to the 5, right? It was 4 and 1, and now it's 4 and 2, right? Whoop. Okay, now, oh, no, I could have left it there, right? So that was the 4, 1, 4, 2. Now it's going to be the 4, 3, because we're going to put one over here, and now it's a 4, 3, right? We took the other one away from the center, so we can't actually say this was with those. But the 6, we could. The 7, we could. And then the 4, 4, we could. So all these 3 go together. And if we were looking for ups and downs, these are in one direction, these are in another. So the 8 is a 5, 3, 8. And if I was to take away this one here, this one over here, if I would to just scratch it off, right? Well, that's not a big scratch off. Okay, if I would just eliminate this, right? That would be a 5 and a 2. And that's a 7. That's a big 7. Remember what we said about the 5 and the 2 before? I have to remember. This is what I'm hoping one day, that we all come together. So somebody or some machine that we create or some AI can go over every single video I've done. And there's about 13,000 of them, right? To bring back and put the story together. So when you look at that, I can now take these out. So when you see the 5, 3, I'm going to go 5, 3. And I got the 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 6 and 8, only passing by the 7th gate. That's your 7. That's a bridge between 3 and 4. So now we see the power of 4. So now if we just eliminate that, so we saw the 4 go with the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, and the 9, and guess what? Even the 10. So eliminate from each one of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Eliminate 24. When you add up this together, the first 4 equal to 10, the wholeness of what it is. These first four is what creates everything else. It's actually the first three, and then everything else. It's 3 and 4. But I'm just going to leave it like this. This is the other side of what 1 is, right? Where am I? Where am I? Right? Because when you add 1 to 10, it equals to 55. So if you take off 10, it's 45. Oh, that's perfect. So you take off 10, this would equal to 45. 45, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on a second. Do I go to 10? Did I go to 10? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I don't go to 10. I don't go to 10. So I take off. Yes, I do go to 10 because I'm counting to 10. I'm right. I'm counting 1 plus 0 equals to 1. Right. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Area space occupied by nothing is still an area space, the 0, 1, 10 position. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 11, 18, 26, 35, 45. 45 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 45 divided by 7 equals 2, no, equals to 6.2857142. 6.42857114. Well, that was easy because I already know anything divided by 7 only has 6 answers. So, so where was I? Where was I going with this? Where was I going with this? Yes. Okay. So the 4 has the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to do it that way. Equals to 45. Since there's 6 numbers, right? It's 6 times 7 equals to 42 plus 3. So I'm assuming they're adding the 3 moons. This is how I do it. When we're missing 3, I always do it 1 between 2 equals to 3. The 1 and 2 are missing. Perhaps the communication centers, the chance, and the community chest. So that's the only 3 we have is 1 between 2. But there's other 3s. There are 9 and 3, 8 and 4, 7 and 5, 6 and 6. Right? Each one of these, 3 and 9 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 8 and 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. The electric moon in the cycles of Saturn passing the 11, 66. You see, remember we did 55? Right? Remember we did 55? 66 is when you add on 11. When you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It equals to 55. When you add on 11, it equals to 66, which is 121. What's ironic about this is that these two numbers are what is the high and the low of what is 3 dice. The low is 3. The high is 18. Now we can also look at that at Celsius and Fahrenheit, right? Anyways, we're going to end the video right here. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Because the amount of people are here now, none.